Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome to the family. My name is Dina. I am so happy to have you guys here. Today we are talking witchy stuff. These are things that I have collected over the last few months or so. I just want to give you guys a heads up that when I say witchy haul, I didn't go out and buy all this stuff at once. And I don't want people to think that, because sometimes people feel bad that they can't just go out and like buy a bunch of stuff. And at the end of the day, magic and witchcraft isn't about the stuff, it's about the practice, and you can do all of it without stuff. I just thought this would be a fun video to film because I personally love watching these videos myself. So let's hop into it. I have some books, I have some decks, I have a couple crystals, and a couple other things just to share with you guys. So let's get into the books first. One of them that I got is called Plant Witchery, and I actually really enjoy the intro. There's some pages here that are a little bit more personal to the author, a little bit about like what plant witchery is, a little bit about her personal experience, and I really enjoyed her voice. Like, I just really enjoyed the author's voice. It's by Juliet Diaz. Diaz? Hopefully I said that right. But it's a very gorgeous book. It goes into a little bit about her experience, but then most of the book is the compendium of plants. That's the part 3. So that part is basically just a whole bunch of different plants. Let me give you a little bit of a breakdown of what to expect. You get the common name, you get the scientific Latin name, you get essential properties, medicinal properties, magical properties, plant wisdom, and then for some of them you also will get like a spell. You'll actually have a page where it has like a whole spell and stuff, which is really neat. So I've been really enjoying it. I was kind of reading it front to back for a while, and now I'm just kind of picking things that I want to read about and like sticky noting things that I'm interested in. But it's a very helpful book, I have to say. It has a lot of information. I love learning about plants. I just like love this stuff. So plus it's just like a really nice book. Like, it feels really nice. So I was really excited about that. You can find this like basically anywhere you find books. You can find it on Amazon, you can find it at Indigo. I actually got this off of Hay House because they had a sale at the time, so I got a pretty good deal on it. I also will link as many things as I can below. Some of these things I can't because I found them at a local shop and they're not really online, but yeah. So the next thing I got is actually a poetry book. I don't usually read poetry, so I was really caught off guard by the fact that I wanted to come home with a poetry book. Really random for me. But anyways, it's called Elemental Magic, and maybe that is why I came home with this poetry book, because I related to the magic part. Poetic Chapters of Wild Self-Love by Sarah Rogers. It is a book, and it is a book. Can you guys tell I'm tired? I also have a migraine today, so bear with me. But it's broken into different elements. So there's like earth, air, fire, water, and there's different poems that kind of fit into the different elements. It's beautiful. I'm enjoying it. I'm actually like a little bit more than halfway through. I've just kind of been reading a little bit at a time. Like, sometimes I'll just pick it up and I'm like, I just feel like reading some light poetry, and I've been enjoying it. It also feels the same as the Plant Witchery book. Like, it has that soft, what is it called? Rose petal finish? Is that the type of paper? I don't know. It's really smooth. It's really nice. All right, so we'll go into this final book and then we'll go into the decks. I actually just got this the other day. This is In Focus, Runes, Your Personal Guide by Jan Bukowski. I don't know if you guys remember, but I've been trying to remember the runes, get to like learn them better. I really want to just be able to know them by memory and be able to pull them and do rune readings. I think it would be really cool. I actually made myself flashcards because I'm trying to memorize them. I picked this book up because I was super drawn to it. I was really intrigued the way they broke things down. There's actually a lot of history and a lot of the mythology and the meaning behind the runes, but the way it's broken down is very simple, and that's why I was really drawn to it, because for me personally, I'm like interested in mythology, but I'm also very intimidated by it because there's just so much information. So if you give me a novel type of book that has all this mythology in it, I'm probably gonna fall asleep or like zone out and have a hard time recalling the information and absorbing the information as much as I'd like. So I was drawn to this book because of the simplicity of it. It has some pictures and stuff, has some diagrams, and then it goes into each rune and has like the details of each individual rune. But I was intrigued by that. It also comes with a 18 by 24 inch wall chart on all the runes, so you can look at them and you can study them. So I'm actually going to hang that in my room. It's not gonna be a permanent thing, but I'm going to do that temporarily just so I can study them and learn them better. But yeah, nice book, hardcover. It isn't super thick, it's pretty simple, but I wanted something simple to help break down the runes a little better for myself. So this is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. You guys may have seen this before. You may have worked with this deck before. It's been around for a while. For whatever reason, I didn't feel like I needed it before, but then I decided that I did. And I'm glad I got it. Actually, it's really, really gorgeous deck. So those are the backs. Let me bring the book out because they actually break down the categories better. So they have the sacred ones, they have the guardians and messengers, the warrior symbols, and then the seasons. So those are the 4 categories in these cards. So I won't show you all the cards obviously, but just to kind of give you an idea. The art is gorgeous. It is really beautiful. Obviously, you know, created by a Native American artist. I love it. It's so beautiful. So anyways, there's that deck. I also got the African Goddesses Rising Oracle. I love this one. It is so vibrant and so beautiful. Very nice deck. I feel like it doesn't get talked about enough because it is gorgeous. So comes with this book. So it has a card, it has the name of the goddess and then like what they are. So like the goddess of pleasure or goddess of feeling safe or what goddess of seasons, that kind of thing. It has the temple they're from, the element they're associated with, a little bit about the goddess, like the background of them. Has their guidance message, and then it has the embodiment, and then it has a declaration. So there's like a lot of different things in the book. It's really cool. But let me show you a few of the cards because they are absolutely beautiful. For me, this it fully embodies the energy of Africa just because of how vibrant it is. The energy is just beautiful. But gorgeous deck. So yeah, it's just beautiful. I love it. Maybe if you guys want a full walkthrough, I can do a full walkthrough for you guys, but beautiful cards. I think I showed you the back. Did I show you the back? So I also got a very simple Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, but this one is called the Smith-Waite Tarot Deck. It is the Centennial Edition. I got the mini one in the 10, and this is the deck that actually honors Pamela Smith, like it's a tribute to her and focused on her as the artist of the Rider-Waite-Smith. It has the cards here, which are these backs. Then these are the cards. So they are tiny, but they're cute. They're a really nice travel size, but they're like a good travel size. I have a couple mini ones and they're actually a lot smaller than I anticipated, but this is actually a really nice size. And then this comes with a little booklet, and it's just like a little paper thing, but it actually has a good amount of information on Pamela Smith, which is really nice. And then it comes with 2 bonus cards. So these are just little pieces of Pamela's art actually. So they're not part of the tarot deck, but they're just like little bonus things. Which is funny because when I first saw it online, I'm like, is this supposed to be the Lover's card? I actually thought this was the Lover's card, and I actually thought this was like the 10 of Pentacles or something like that. But yeah, it's really cute. It comes in this little adorable tin. So that was something else that I just kind of felt drawn to. All right, so the next decks I got are definitely seasonal. These ones I just had to get because I've had my eye on them for years and years and years. So we have the Seasons of the Witch Oracle deck, and it is absolutely gorgeous. You guys have probably seen it somewhere if you guys are super into decks. Here is the book. The cards are absolutely stunning because they have the gilded red and the backs are just beautiful and the art is just amazing. And it's funny because I was hemming and hawing for a while on these decks because I wasn't actually sure if I resonated with the art style at first. But now that I have it in my hand, I have to say, I've been reading with this and I really, really resonate with the messages, and I definitely can see myself getting the other decks because they're making them for all the Sabbats basically. So right now they have the Yule one and they have the Beltane one. I think those are the only other ones, but yeah, I love this deck so much and I probably will use it outside of, you know, this time of year. I couldn't help myself. I also got the Halloween Oracle. Now this one is actually the second printing, which I specifically wanted because it's matte. It's not shiny. The cover is shiny in places, but the cards are matte, and it actually makes them feel more luxurious. I've seen the glossy ones because I accidentally bought those ones before and I'm like, I don't like them because I saw the matte ones my friend had. I'm like, they have a different vibe to them. They just felt a little bit more luxurious. So this is the book. The book is pretty simple. It doesn't have any color in it. I don't even know if I showed you guys the book of this one. This one has color, just so you guys know, the Seasons of the Witch. Also, it has a lot of different cool spreads. So if you guys like spreads, this one has a lot. Anyways, just thought I'd mention that because I totally forgot. The Halloween Oracle looks like this on the back. And then these are the cards. And yeah, these ones are matte. So if you like the matte, make sure it's the second printing when you buy it. I think they should be out of the glossy by now. Like hopefully they're gone and all of them are matte. I got these ones on Amazon and I chose the slightly pricier version. And when I say that, I mean by a few cents. That's literally the difference that it was. But I chose that one and I got the matte. So I don't know if it makes a difference, but if you guys are interested, just so you guys know, second printing are the matte ones. They're just gorgeous though. And I do really like the messages. I find they're pretty easy to read with. So yeah, I will be doing lots of Halloween readings with this one this year. So I went to Spirit Halloween the other day with my boyfriend and I got a few fun things from there. I actually did pick up the Spirit Halloween tarot cards. I have been hemming and hawing for the last 3 years of whether I was gonna do this, and I just got them. They're literally $12.99 Canadian, so if you're from the US, they're probably like $8 or something like that. The box looks like this. It's actually kind of cute. If like this stuff was in here, like the 14 plus, I get they have to put it on there because there's nudity on the cards, but this box was also in another box that was hanging on the shelf and that one had the 14 plus on it. So it's like, did you really have to put it on this tarot box? It just looks a little bit, I don't know, it makes it feel cheap. So I'll probably end up just ditching the box and like I'll keep it, but I'll get a little like pretty bag or something for the tarot deck instead. So these are the cards. This is what they look like on the back, and then this is what they look like on the front. So they're cute. There's a zombie there, and all of these cards are actually based on mythology. So that's really cool. There's actually a lot of things that I'm not super familiar with, so I definitely need to brush up on my mythology. My boyfriend's actually really good with mythology. Like he knows a lot of this stuff. So we were like lying down and I was just like going through the deck and I'm like asking him like, what is this? What is this? And he's just like explaining everything to me. So yeah. There's Callie, so cool. Are these even in focus? There you go. But it's a really cool deck, it's fun. My only complaint is that a lot of the minor arcana feels like it was just kind of put together. There are definitely some cards in there where I feel like there is thought put into it. Like it feels like it goes along with the theme and the symbolism normally in those cards in like a Rider-Waite-Smith. But for some of them, I'm like, how does this relate to the meaning of the card? Like it felt like it was just kind of thrown in there because they're like, oh, it's Halloween theme, let's put this here. But then it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, let me give you an example. So the 8 of Swords is a Pegasus. Please tell me how this relates to the 8 of Swords. Please, somebody. Like, I'm kind of hoping that I can find some sort of guide maybe online about the meanings of the cards, but I haven't been able to find anything and it doesn't come with a book. But like also, the 3 of Swords. How is the 3 of Swords an alien? Like this does not scream 3 of Swords to me at all. But I mean, it's fun. It's a fun deck. And if you're somebody who already knows the meanings of the cards pretty well off by heart, then you can kind of just read by memory. But it kind of takes away from using the imagery and symbolism and art in the tarot cards to give a little something extra to a reading, I guess. So that's the only downside with that one, but it's very cheap, it's cute, it's fun, and the cards are a lot nicer than I anticipated for $12.99, so not bad. I'm literally losing my voice at this point because I've been talking for so long, but I couldn't help myself. I actually got some fun press-on nails, which is why my nails look awful right now. I'm using a nail oil, trying to make them look better. so then I can, you know, try them again. But I got some Halloween nails because they're just so fun, and I literally just started trying press-on nails for the first time this month, and they were a lot of fun. I won't do them all the time because they're horrible for your nails, but I want to do something fun for the holidays. So I got these ones. These ones are called Black Magic, and they're just so cool. They've got all these like crystal balls and moons, and just, yeah, they're just so fun. So I'm probably gonna do these ones first because I feel like they would just go with the most things, and then leading a little bit closer into Halloween, I'll do these ones next. So these ones are a little bit more like metallic, and they've got cool moons, and I'm trying to get as close as possible for you guys, but it's really hard to get it on camera. And then I also got Day of the Dead themed. So these ones are really neat. They have little roses on the nails, like they stick out. I don't know how that's gonna go down for me. I feel like those are gonna get caught on something like my hair or something, but they're really fun. There's some pretty skulls and stuff. I love the color scheme of those ones. So yeah, and they're pretty cheap. Like one was $8, one was $9, one was $10. So we're gonna have fun with those. They're really, really cool. A few more things. I actually recently got this, and I mentioned these things actually, or a couple of them, in a recent lucid dreaming video. So if you watch that, then you may have already heard about these things. So this one is actually a tincture, and it's called Vision and Spirit, like this particular one. This is the name of the company, Xalish Medicines. I don't actually know how to pronounce it. I got it at a local spiritual shop, and this one has mugwort and catnip, and they use brandy, just like a little bit of brandy to keep it good. Like you need alcohol to preserve tinctures, that's just how it works. And mugwort and catnip, they are common herbs used for like enhancing intuition, dream work, things like that. So I actually got this with the intention that hopefully it'll help with my lucid dreaming journey, especially with blocks and stuff, which I talked a little bit more about in my lucid dreaming video. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, go check out that playlist and my more recent videos. So yeah, it tastes awful because of the brandy, but you basically give yourself 10 to 20 drops. I usually just do 10 because I can't imagine doing 20. And you can actually put it in your tea. So I've actually been doing that because it's so much better if you put it in tea. It doesn't taste as awful as just like dropping it into your mouth. But I think it actually has been helping me a bit. I don't use it every night, but every so often I will give it a try before bedtime. And finally, I have a couple crystals that I don't believe I talked about in a video. I can't remember. So if I did talk about them, I apologize. One of them is this beautiful ruby in zoisite, which I thought I had. I have this crystal, and the first time I saw it in store, I'm like, ooh, a ruby and fuchsite, right? And I asked the person that worked there, I'm like, is this ruby and fuchsite? She's like, it's actually ruby and zoisite. And I took her word for it, but I always felt like, I'm like, I feel like it's ruby and fuchsite. Now that I actually have a ruby and zoisite, and there's a clear, stark difference between the two colors of green, I'm like, okay, I was right. This is definitely fuchsite, and this is definitely zoisite. So it's cool. I have like one of each now. It's a beautiful color of that green, and it has nice ruby in there. And then I did talk about this in my lucid dreaming video, but I'll show you guys. It's called a unicorn crystal. It's a combination of pink tourmaline, lepidolite, and smoky quartz. And it is basically this new combination crystal. I believe they found it in Madagascar, if I'm not wrong, but it's really cute. It's pretty. I love it. I'm gonna go because I am losing my voice. I'll try and link as many things as I can in the description box below for you guys. I hope you guys have a beautiful day or night whenever you're watching this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye, guys.